Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they said? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.
Nah.
Yeah. Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
Man, I don't even know.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won it.
Nah.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations!
Hello guys, we are back with Queen's Conversation. I'm your girl Shawty Divine and this is
Destiny Barcelona.
and today we are interviewing Dowan, aka Wan. How you feeling?
I'm doing marvelous today. I feel good, ladies.
Yes, love it. How are you feeling?
Exceptionally well.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's get into our video. Where did you grow up?
I'm in the Dayton area. I grew up Hickorydale area.
Okay.
I'm going to Hickorydale school, and then I went to Gettysburg, Germantown, and went to Patterson from there.
They are closed down.
Yes, they are. They still PCH. Still PCH.
I don't know a lot about Patterson.
It was a vocational school, so you can go in there and get your cosmetology license, your dental license, native license, whatever type of career you want to get into. You can get there.
Close to like opponent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what kind of student were you?
I was in cosmetology.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and I graduated with my license before I graduated from school.
Wow. So I just left a community meeting today, and they were talking about bringing back programs like that. Do you think that was a beneficial thing towards people during that time, where you can literally leave school and make some money?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I did, so I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 15, 16.
Okay. But before we get that far, because you're trying to fast forward through the story, right? So we got to go back to your humble beginnings. So what area did you spend the most of your childhood in?
My mom worked a lot.
Okay.
So we lived on Gettysburg and Germantown, back at the old McDonald's. It was old McDonald's.
Yeah.
Now it was just Shell.
Yeah.
And I think it was called Crescent Square, I think.
By
Mhm.
Papa John's on the south.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
But I stayed with my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
and my aunts, and she stayed across the street from the baths.
Okay.
So I have this bougie hood attitude
Mixed
because,
together.
you know,
Yeah.
when I'm down there, I got to act accordingly. When I'm on top of the hill, I got to act accordingly. So it's like, I had to, so yeah, that's why I mean, probably.
So who are some of your day one friends?
Beanut McGraw,
Mm.
LaQuetta Casey,
Mm-hmm.
back then. Actually, Quetta is still, me and Quetta are still real good friends.
Okay.
Um,
What is a good Quater story then? Since I mean, like y'all still good friends, y'all been friends that long. Y'all gotta have a good story
yes.
between y'all two.
When she got pregnant at a young age, so my mom used to watch her daughter while we went out. Like, literally, my mom used to babysit her and several other friends' daughters while we went out. And then when we come in the house after drinking just a little bit, much to be watching the child, she'll watch them until we, I ain't gonna say got over, but until we woke up. So we got our life back together that day. So yeah.
Was your mom and dad actively in your life?
My mom was.
Okay.
My dad was in and out. But I love them like every moment of them. So, yeah, I had like 3 dads. And they all serve different purposes.
Okay. Would you like to speak on that?
Yeah. I had a dad that raised me.
Okay.
I had a dad that was married to my mom. And then I had a dad that birthed me.
Okay.
Birthed me to help my mom conceive me.
Sperm donor.
Yes. 2 out of the 3 has passed away. The only living one now is my mom's husband. But I call him dad. So there's nothing changed with that at all.
Okay.
And since day one, I've been calling all 3 of them dad. So they're like, how you got how many brothers? I'm like, that was my daddy on that side, that was on that side. They're like, yeah, I got 3 daddies. And I will keep on saying I have 3 daddies. Yes, 3 daddies.
Who do you hold the dearest?
As far as my daddies, that is hard.
We have a caller.
Did you post a number? I ain't post a number yet.
Hello.
You gotta put it on speaker and then hold it next to the
Hopefully nobody ordering.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You gotta put it up there.
Sorry, I was calling the people SMED with the t-shirts.
I got this.
We are good.
Hello?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Okay. Glad that wasn't for me.
Okay. I'm like, we got a caller.
But yeah. What was the question?
Which person do you hold the dearest to your heart?
Currently, I'm going to say my mom's husband because he's still living. I cannot say that either one of all 3 that I loved less because they all serve a purpose in my life. Neither one of them downplayed any position that they had. So I can't say, I can't answer that question correctly.
Yeah, and then men get certain positions in their life, like they was made only to do this certain job. So like, you know, he may be the father, but he wasn't there to raise you. His only sole purpose by God was to put you here on this earth.
Right.
So even though he's not a part of your life and he ain't help you be the woman you are today or be the man you are today, his sole purpose was to put you here. And that's why it takes a village to raise a child, because everyone has a different purpose in your life. And I really do believe that.
That really does. I mean, like my dad now, my mother's husband, my dad, he is by far the craziest one of them all. By far the craziest one of them all. My biological dad, he taught me a lot of things. He taught me streets. Literally the streets. My other dad, he taught me the streets, how to be a lady at all times, and how and when to turn that off. When I need to be in the streets, cut the lady off. When I need to be a lady, cut the streets off. So he taught me that. So yeah, each one of them has certain purpose.
And what did your mother husband teach you?
That was one of my dad's. He taught me the streets.
Okay. And what did your mom
To work. My mom is a workaholic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. She's a workaholic.
One of the nicest people you ever meet in your life, man. I swear. Oh my God.
She's very down to earth.
Yeah.
She come off wrong. She is always right.
people be good people.
Man, listen, she come off wrong, but she's always right. And yeah, she's a good person. She's a good person. I love her.
Are your connections still good to this day?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually say 30 seconds around.
Really?
30 seconds.
Literally, you can throw a football from her house to the next.
She can catch it. Literally.
I was gonna say, how would you describe you guys' relationship? But you can throw a football to her house, so that tells me everything I need to know.
That's good.
It's always over. Everyone's always over.
Okay. Do you have any siblings? Were you the only child?
No, I'm not. Now, I have siblings. My mom had one. One of my dads had
The one.
two.
The one. See, that's a
Another
bar.
one. No, my mom had two. Me and my sister. Her name was Wilson. My other dad had 2, and it was me and my brother. And my other dad had 4, which was me and my sister on my mom's side, and then he had 2 other, a boy and a girl with someone else.
Okay.
So the oldest of them all, I'm missing it. No, my dad now, like my mom married to, he has, what is it? It's a game.
Are you carrying the one?
So I think it's Queen of the oldest, and then Eric. I don't know the oldest. Queen, Tony, Tasha, Eric, and Doc. So it's 5 on my mother's husband, her and her husband. So yeah, so it's 5 on there. So it's actually 7 of us.
Okay. So are you the well, you're not the oldest, but are you the middle?
I am. It's a sister younger than me, and then me, and this is a sister older than me, and then it's the rest of the group.
Okay.
So I'm the third from the youngest.
Okay. So how did that like affect you? Like how did you feel growing up? Like
What's your family dynamic?
Yeah.
I ruled it.
Really?
Yes, I did. Because I'm strong-hearted. So I'm strong-hearted, strong-willed. So I ruled it.
Okay.
I agree.
Until somebody else come in and then they think they are, and I'm like, okay.
You think you got it?
If you want to have it, we'll let you fuck up by yourself.
Yes, I got all
I'm coming
that.
in to save the day.
Yes, and
I'm the youngest out of all y'all.
That'll be me. That's me. I'm like, yeah,
Like Captain, like a superhero.
mature.
Yeah.
Call you.
Yes, they call me mature.
They all populate at her house, but we ain't there yet. All right, daggone it. We're going to get back on subject because she likes to take off and start talking about, yes,
No.
She answered questions.
keep going.
Next question, please, because I didn't know where I left off at.
What was the best childhood memory you have?
Well, my grandmother took me to.
Hold on, before you start, you had this question asked you before.
No.
The mirror is right there.
Right?
Because I always want to go back and I haven't been back.
Oh, here we
It was
go.
1988. My grandmother took, at that time, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. 5 of her grandkids at that time to Disney World. And that was like, I thought my grandma was rich at that time. Back in 88, I thought
We all think our
I thought
parents
she was the
were.
richest lady ever, yes. Because she stayed across the street from the Bass. Not to have anything up against the Bass. Now listen, I am not going to say I don't. I grew up in the Bass. So that's what another of my hood come from. Survival. I'm not going to use hood, survival.
Yeah.
But I just thought she was rich. And then my arm was in the Navy, so then we had all this exclusive stuff. So yeah, she took us to Disney World in '88. It was, yeah,
Would you ever go back?
I would. Somebody else's kid.
Somebody else getting my yours? You don't have any?
I have a goddaughter.
Well, what did you take her?
She's grown, so she's pregnant. But I'll take her child.
Okay.
I'm not taking her.
Okay.
And they had Universal Studios with dogs. I'll take my 2 kids.
Which are her dogs?
I went to Trader's Island, like Trader's World, like Trader's World.
What's Trader's World? Ain't Trader's World like a...
Like
I think of Trader Joe's.
I think ain't that like going towards Cincinnati or something like that?
Yeah, right there.
Oh!
I seen like the big sign, but I never.
Oh, you saying like the place over there?
They
With,
got the bunny
Trader's
sign
Island
outside,
and
something like that, on the field.
You said what?
They got the bunny sign with the sign on the field, something like
A
that.
bunny? More
But-
like a pirate.
you know what?
Pirate bunny, you know.
But anyway, okay, so yeah.
Okay. And that reminded me of that, like, it was just like people, like a bunch of vendors coming out selling a lot of their small shit. I mean, stuff. And, you know, it wouldn't seem like much to the average, but me being little, like, I
It
get
was
all
dope.
these choices. And you telling me every item costs like under $5?
Right.
$20 to splurge on?
Right.
I got the total 20, and I'm only like 7, and I'm like,
I like Trader's World. I like Trader's World.
I
Yeah.
will still have a ball. My problem is when I go into a store, I need to at least get one thing. Whether it's like a lanyard, like even when you go to Hot Topic, that's like a yikes person store. Like, you know. But I'm gonna get me a graphic tee from there. Like,
Yeah, I used to have her call me too.
yeah, like I'm gonna get me one item at least one item from every
So-
store I go to.
So did you have that issue when you were younger, when you went inside there, or did you have humbler beginnings where you couldn't? Yeah, like I mean, at Disney, did you get that talk like how my mama was like, don't ask for nothing, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing. That's what my mama said to me.
That goes back where I said, well, I thought my grandma was rich because whatever we asked for, it was like, okay, okay. I mean, I didn't know how much these cost back then. I mean, that's back in '88. So I'm thinking, I want the whole ride, Grandma.
Right.
She say, okay, but I'm like, okay, I'm waiting. She's like, we're going to get it. So by the time I'm on to something else, she's like, I forgot about the ride.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever I wanted that was a reason to me, was to her, because everything was a reason to me.
Right.
Whatever was a reason to her, then, you know, since she would have got it for me, she would have talked me out of getting the big old Universal emblem and all
Right.
that stuff. But, yeah, she was, yeah, I thought she was very smart. And it wasn't like that at that point.
What's your worst childhood memory?
My worst childhood memories. Failing in school.
Failing in school? Well, you know, it ain't a bad childhood.
I wasn't here. I didn't want to be held back a grade.
Okay.
I was terrified of being held back a grade. That's why no one. I just didn't want to be held back because I'm thinking I'm supposed to. My friends is in 5th grade, and here I am still in 5th. Now I got a whole new set of friends in 5th, and now my friends is in 6th. That's not unfair. No, so I didn't want to be left back because I knew someone that was left back, and they, the way they acted, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I went to summer school like every year to get credits, to get more education. Just so I won't have to be a grade.
Did it work?
Yes. Yeah, I graduated at 17.
There you go.
So I was not playing. I was not playing. No, it's a whole lot of levels to success.
What are the top 3?
The top 3, I can give you 6 of success is, and I was talking to a friend of mine last night. You get hard working, struggle, faith, passion, persistence.
And the last one is follow through.
You have to follow through.
You have to follow through.
You have to.
Absolutely. I love that.
Really good and direct.
That is.
Very direct.
So, middle school. What middle school did you go to?
Stivers.
So, did you audition at Stivers?
No, we didn't have that then.
Okay.
Back
So-
when I went, we didn't have it.
So, like, what was your motivation for going to Stivers? Because, like, your first school was where? For elementary?
I went from Hickorydale.
Hickorydale.
I'm gonna take you way back. I don't know who in this room or who out there seeing
The world's watching, so go ahead.
I went to Melissa Best.
Melissa, what is that?
It's a school that's right on the corner of. It was there on the corner of Stewart and Clement, near the Bass. That was a daycare.
Okay.
From the daycare, I went to Louis Troy and Miami Chapel.
Okay.
Then from there, I went to Hickorydale. From Hickorydale, I went to Lowe's. Lowe's, I went to Stivers. Stivers, I went to Patterson. Lowe's.
So like at Stivers, was it like any type of like specialized training at all that like you was like there for any type of talent, or was it just a regular school when you went there?
Stivers was more of an academic, so I had both academic.
Were there any type of adjustments, any type of drama at Stivers, or you were just more or less just strictly on school, everything was on board? Okay.
And I ran track.
Okay, you ran track. Okay. How'd you like that?
Yeah.
I liked it. I ran.
What'd you like about it the most?
What you said? What?
What'd you like about it the most?
Competition. Just competing against all these schools. And then at that time, can I say this? Chris Nellums was on the bar, right?
Yeah, you can.
And so we call each other cousins because we grew up back in the hippie deal days.
Mhm.
So when he run out, that's my cousin, and now by the time I say that's my cousin, he already at the finish line.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. So then I ran third leg.
Mhm. Oh yeah. So yeah, like you gotta be the fastest person to run that last one.
No, the fourth.
Out of 4. Oh, okay.
Her
So
name
like you was almost the
Her
fastest.
name was Kim Northworthy. She was the fastest one.
Mhm.
So yeah, she was really fast.
Okay.
But I think I ran third.
Okay.
Yeah, the slowest one first.
Mhm.
So then the fourth one, the anchor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
So yeah.
We did.
Here we go.
We did.
So we already talked about high school, which you know what I'm saying you spoke about you doing hair and stuff like that. Is that something like you still have a passion for? Like today in hindsight?
I'm not going to say a passion. I still enjoy it. I will do it, but that's not something I'm going to promote.
Mhm.
If you already know I do hair, you'll call it acts and then I'll do it. And it's not, I'm not going to promote it.
So after you graduated, what happens next in your life?
I graduated from cosmetology in Patterson.
Mhm.
What is that? It used to be, I used to work with Zelda Williams on Gettysburg. What is the name of that salon? Oh gosh. I can't think of that salon.
In the comment section, they put it.
I went to what is the salon in the Salem Mall.
Okay.
That was my accent. Thank
Mhm.
you. It was my
Yeah.
first salon that I went to. Accent in the mall. And then I went to Gettysburg. Now Accent is just like a community salon. Okay. When you get to Gettysburg, I can't think of the name of it. When you get to that salon, you have to have clientele. You have to have your own stuff. It's all about your business.
Mhm.
So I was ready for that at that point. And then I moved there and went to another salon on Salem, J&B.
Mhm.
And there you have to have your own clients and everything. So I executed all of that.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I got tired of doing that. So I started working for Dowan.
Okay. So like during this time, are there any street affiliations that are somewhat causing you some type of, issues that may prelude to things that happen later on in your life during this time?
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of things would you say that, that you've already done time for, nothing that you haven't, man? Are there any things that, respectfully, are there any things that you can like look back, like tracing your life back that was like a defining moment where you engaged in things that led to you eventually being incarcerated?
Yes.
Okay.
I was dating a gentleman. I'm not going to use his name.
Okay.
He's deceased now, however. I did not cause that.
Mm-hmm.
I was dating him. I had a house, a Ryan Homes, built by Frederick Pipes by myself.
Please explain what a Ryan's home is for the people who do not understand how legendary that is.
Okay, well, I was 20. No, yes, I was. No, I was 30.
Mm-hmm.
I had got a Ryan Homes built, and they like literally dug the ground. I picked out
a form for the house.
Yes, a plan.
For a plan. There you go.
For the home, for the particular home I wanted. The particular home I wanted. Now they can't have the same houses next door to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be like, I want this house and another house, and the same house I want can be right here, but it can't be next to each other. So I picked the floor plan for me. It was 3 stories, a basement, a middle floor, and then the top floor. I was there working at Delphi and dated this guy. We were cool, but he was a drunk. Can we just go?
Yeah. Okay. There we go. The Queen conversation. Let's go. Let's go. You gotta find a cute way of saying.
Oh, okay. Listen.
Wait. So we gotta ask. What are some of the drunk shit he did?
Yes. First of all, he thought he put his hands on me. Okay. Listen. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm 5'4". Okay, maybe I was 5'5" and a half at that time, and he was a little shorter than me. So he thought because he was intoxicated. First, he thought you can be because you're a man.
Yeah, no.
My daddy was won Golden Gloves a whole lot of years.
First of all, she got 3 daddies.
Okay.
One of my daddies, right? My biological daddy, he was in Golden Gloves because he also was incarcerated a whole lot of my life.
Okay.
So he was in Golden Gloves all his life. So I knew I had to know how to box.
Yeah.
Like we was shadow boxing. If I missed that I got caught in that
Yeah.
And so I had to learn how to bop and move. And I learned how to swing. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to defend myself. That's it. That's all. I had to learn how to defend myself. So I was bringing that back into that. So he carried a gun. He got shot before. He carried a gun. I knew that. And he came to my house intoxicated, thinking he was going to bully me. No, not at this address. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. So he had this, at this time it was a big old stupid TV. Like, I don't know what size this TV was. I don't even know how the hell he got it in the door. But that's about the only thing he had at my house. This big ass stupid TV. Like, I don't know what kind of, like, it took 10 people to carry this TV.
It was the size of the wall.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead.
So he like, you gonna help me carry my TV out?
No,
I'm not. Bitch, you gonna help me? No.
Ooh.
And I was serious about what I said. So he went into his car. I knew where he carried his gun. He brought his gun out. Okay, so my house is right here, my driveway. He was parking. He was parking south. So he came out from the back and he had a gun. And I'm looking like, please put that away. Please put it away. He didn't want to put it away. I said, okay. Well, I'm gonna come and get it.
Yeah.
So we struggled over the gun. We struggled. Now the reason why I got incarcerated because of several different reasons. They said I was taller than him and I weighed more, and his blood alcohol level was beyond natural. So I was arrested.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I heard, and I worked at this time. I was working at Delphi on Wagner Ford, so I had money. I had money, and I had to pay my attorneys and do this and do that, it was at this point. I didn't tell nobody. My mom knew, and my immediate family knew. I'm going to mention this. There was someone at my house when this incident happened. I do not want to use her name.
That's right.
And she is my ride or die. We don't talk now, but if she called me today, and if she called me right now, I have to leave this interview. We don't talk.
Right.
But that's how much love I have for her.
That's love.
Now, whether that love is reciprocated, I don't know. I don't even control what I have.
Yep.
However, she was there for that day, and I told her, I said, tell what you know.
Yeah.
And she said, I was drunk, I don't know nothing.
God bless her. God bless her.
Hold on, and one of my dads was staying with me because I had a 4-bedroom house, and they said, sir, what happened? Because he was known in the system. What happened? Well, what happened to who? Because he was asleep. Well, my daughter. Oh, I was asleep, I'm drunk too. So everybody, I don't know the code.
Yeah.
But I want to tell y'all what y'all's telling.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really nothing to tell. We fought over the gun and I shot him. That's true. So I ended up doing 410 days altogether. I did 205 days in Marysville, which was horrible. It was horrible.
Before we go down that road, let's talk about what were you actually charged with?
Felonious assault with a deadly weapon and theft of evidence.
So, yeah. So what do they consider tampering with evidence?
Tampering with evidence is like if there's blood on the ground, you take some water and push it off.
Okay.
Or if there's a gun, you remove the gun. Or if you have blood on your clothing, you just start to wash it.
Right.
Anything that is altered
Mm-hmm.
after the scene is tampering with evidence.
So how much time were you actually facing and what were you originally charged with? like together in one?
I was facing a whole lot of time. I was facing like 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
He had some things in my closet that I had no idea that was there.
So it was other charges based off of things that were inside the house.
That was not mine.
Right.
He brought some things in my home that I did not know about.
And you didn't know until this incident happened.
When the police came to my house to search my home, he brought things out of the closet, out of like several different closets. Like, I mean, I don't go in all the closets.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a pretty big house, and you can hide anything anywhere. Especially, okay, you know, I ain't going to the closet over here because there's a futon in there, and I don't got nothing in there but a pair of shoes. But yeah, he literally hid like an AK-47. I mean, it was a whole lot of illegal things.
Right.
The guns with the bullet things on there.
Oh yeah, the hollow point. The hollow point.
Because the house was in my name.
Yeah.
I was charged with that.
Wow. Is there anything that like you want to say to like women now that are dealing with street dudes? Is there anything that like you want to say to them right now in this moment?
I would say, don't deal with street dudes. If your man or your friend or whomever that you are dealing with, if they don't have a job, if they can't take you to where they lay their head at, I would not. I've done, and then I even done that after that situation.
But before we go there, so let's talk about the first day after. So like the first day after sentencing, what was that like? Oh, okay, there you go. You got it.
Court process. The process, your mentally, your physically.
The day of, I got released tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, we're good. Me and another friend, I will not use her name. I'm like, we're good. And so she's like, okay, cool. So at this time, I knew nothing about the court system, nothing about the court system. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going about my business. Well, I get a certified mail, talking about, you have been subpoenaed because the grand jury. I'm like, the grand jury? What the hell is a grand jury? How many a grand? I didn't know nothing about all this. So I was talking to my uncle, and my uncle read it down to him. He was like, you looking at a lot of time. That's what he said. I'm like, you ain't gonna explain this shit to me?
Right.
No, you looking at a lot of time. I got an attorney for you, but that's all I can do. I said, okay, well, this is your time. That attorney was very expensive. Very expensive. Very expensive. But it was.
How was the first day that you were in court?
Scary. My mom was there. My sisters was there. My aunts. I think my uncle was in the outside of the courtroom. And when she said, I sentence you, she said, it was Judge. I said, okay, it was Judge. Mary Huffman did not play.
Mm.
She told me I was looking at 16 years. But because of his background, I didn't have no background. They didn't charge me with the items that was in my home. They did fingerprints. My fingerprints was not on none of them items at home. They only charged me 2 years. But it was horrible. And let me tell you, I don't the day I had to go in there, I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I heard stories. So I had white tees, white shirts, white undergarments, white everything. They said you can keep anything white. I mean, I was in there like you seen the Christmas story when she get the little boy out and he walked like this.
Yeah.
That's how I was walking.
They got them layers on.
Yes, I mean, I didn't want to be cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting in the county for I don't know how long. They don't. When you're in the county and you go to prison, they don't tell you when you leave.
Right.
They don't do that. You might leave the day of, 2 weeks, a month. They don't tell you when you leave.
Facts.
So I want to be prepared for when I leave because I don't know what to get into. So I ended up, but I was high. I took so many Adipex, so many anxiety pills, so many Vicodins, so many, any other pain pill that I can take so I can feel numb. I'm feeling numb. I didn't even cry. Seeing my mother and them cry, I didn't even cry. I'm so numb. I'm so just like numb. Like I'm looking and I'm numb.
Yeah.
And I'm just, but it was horrible. But inside I was informed. I was informed.
No cry.
We got tissue for sure.
Because this was back in 2006. I did 410 days altogether. Half my time in Marysville. They sent me from Marysville to Montgomery County Jail. From the Montgomery County Jail, they sent me to the Monday program. And I was in the Monday program. I'm like, no, I didn't do it on purpose. I was just so joyous from there. They were like, Miss Moore, the quicker you talk, the quicker you go get up out of here.
So can you explain the Monday program for people who may not be privy to that information?
The Monday program is a program for individuals. Either they can come directly to the Monday program, or they can come from Marysville or whatever, DCI, whatever else. The Monday program for women is like a halfway house. Daybreak.
Daybreak, you still leaving it. I mean, but I get the similarities. Kind of like a step down from prison.
It is.
Right.
Because you're still locked up.
Mm-hmm.
They still tell you what to eat. I mean, they still tell you when to eat. You have so many minutes to do that, and then you have so many minutes to go to group. And it's like so much you have to do within that day. And I'm like, I ain't cut out for this shit because I didn't do it.
Right.
I didn't do this shit until he put the gun on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like that. I was very adamant about that. I didn't do it. Yes, I did do it, but I didn't do it.
Right.
And I was very adamant about that. And they said, well, all right, you're going to be here for another. I'm like, what do I do?
So they want you like to admit your wrongs, or for you to
Yes,
see your part in it?
They want you to admit why you in there for. Whether you a drug addict or whether you a thief. They don't want to say, well, my friend was in there and I was just with her. She had the bag. And it's, no, you a thief too.
A friend could have drugged you up and you get caught with a drug charge, even if it's not even a fault of your own. You still got to go in there and admit to these things. And that's a part of the Monday program.
Yes. And I did not want to admit because...
Isn't Monday like an acronym? Like Monday stand for something?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's another program, like the 7 challenges, where like you just go through 7 steps, like taking accountability.
Okay. Okay.
And I want to when I was there, I was just so mentally sick. I used to binge and purge.
What do you mean by that?
Eat and go in the restroom.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm looking, I'm active. There was nothing for me to do but eat. Sit in this group, sit in that group. So someone told on me. So I used to have a hall monitor to walk with me every time I go to the restroom. I did it for a long time.
This was before or after someone told?
This was before someone told. After they told, I denied it. Then they found out. So then I had to admit to that. So I was getting myself deeper and deeper in some shit where I could have said, yes, I did it. Yes, I shot it. Yes, I did it. Or I could have said, no, I didn't do it. Well, okay, Ms. Moore, you need some extra sessions.
Wow.
No, I don't. Okay, now that you've been to the purging, so we're going to have, no, I'm not. I'm just eating and I'm getting sick. Well, if you stick your thumb down your throat, you purging. Well, no, I'm not. Sometimes I want to get it out. I'm just trying to make all kinds of excuses because this wasn't me.
We got Javina Heron. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. She said, this is very informative for young ladies. Thank you so much, Queen.
That's my cousin.
For sure. So, like during this time, like you was locked up, were there people that were swearing that they was going to hold you down that didn't particularly hold you down?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Did you have any expectation for someone to be there for you?
I did not. The only reason why I say no because my mom, she's the true definition of mom. Every visitation she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Every visitation. I had a friend named Craig Woods. I had just got a car. I still had car payments. I left my car with him. He made every car payment.
Shout out to Craig, man, and your mom's for sure. Mama love is for sure.
Yeah. He made every car payment. And when I came home, my car was there. Yeah, I knew that was the agreement. I'm gonna keep your car, and I'll make the payments on it. Hey, what can I do? I mean, what can I do?
Before you get out of there, I mean, like besides, you know what I'm saying, like the binge and purge situation, what was like your worst prison experience?
I was on the top bunk, and I was on the bottom. I was on the top bunk, but the bottom bunk, it was like a bunks. Just bunks. I can remember just bunks. And the girlfriend I was talking about, whose name I'm not going to say, who was there at the situation, she was like further down on the bunks. I was like in the middle. She was at the top and I was at the bottom. And I felt like I was getting violated, not physically. No one ever violated me physically.
Attempted?
No. They were talking. Like I get in the shower. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit that ass, and
it made me uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. But me, that's where that hood came out.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna do nothing to me, or we all will be in here for a long time. That's what I told her. I was talking shit at that time, cause I wasn't for real about to be here for a long time. I was not, but I had to let her know with a serious face. But you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Then they say what we're supposed to say is check my record. So then people will call home and see what Dowan Moore is in there for. Well, long as it's over, oh hell no, fuck that. No. And that's how it was. So then when me and the girl, I used to be like, this is my girlfriend. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like that's my girlfriend. But we were best friends.
Yeah.
So that was my girlfriend. And she
Destiny, for the record, she just made you her girlfriend right then and there.
Right. I got you, baby. Don't you worry. I got you. But yeah, it was scary though. It was dirty. Oh, it was dirty. It was nasty. It was just. I have OCD.
Yes.
So I have OCD really bad. And for me to when I
what was some of the dirtiest things you've seen?
Everything was dirty. Everything was dirty.
The most glaring thing that like stood out to you?
When I take a shower, I want clean water, a clean shower around me. When you take a shower and then somebody else got a shower and then the steam from their shower go to that shower, now it's on you. Oh my gosh. That right there freaks me out. It freaked me out. I wasn't so terrified or scared of somebody trying to come in there and do something to me because no, I was more afraid of the germ from the walls or from the floor.
Scabies is what they tell you to be more nervous about. Scabies scared me to death about jail.
I was scared of anything other than my address at home.
So like walk through that mental state of going from having a house built to now living in quarters maintained by others in those type of deplorable conditions.
I cried, and this is not no understatement. When I have visits, I cry to the visit. And it's so degrading because they make you take all your clothes off, cough. What you see on TV is what they do. And to be there is just so degrading. It's inhumane to me. I can say that now. And it like every time I think about it when I'm at home, I cry. Because I don't know if it's cry because I'm pissed because I had to go or pissed because I'm not there anymore. I mean, not that I'm there to cry. Tears, either pissed because I'm not there with me, pissed because I was there to have to endure that.
Yeah.
And then I cried like, thank God I'm not there. But it was, the transformation was very difficult. I never got used to it. I never got accustomed to the feeling. Never got accustomed to the feeling.
And we have a question from our live audience.
So before we got into this conversation, I seen a different person. You know, you're all happy and everything. Like, I would have never known that you went through all this. So it's like, from a person who suffered from depression and, you know, mental state, like, how did you, I know you probably have your moments, but like, how did you get where you are mentally now? Because that is what I seen when I first came in here, and then knowing this is like, child.
How do I get from there to here?
Yes.
Faith. I knew that was not me. I've never been in trouble in none of my life. So it's not like I was a problem child. I wasn't. You have to listen to your footsteps to find out how far you need to walk away from whoever that is making them footsteps like. You need to hear them footsteps, walk away. Because you shouldn't have to tiptoe and eggshell about nobody. So if you want to succeed in that, like I was telling Tina earlier, it's hard work, sacrifice, struggle, faith, passion, and patience. You have to have those 6 steps to succeed in anything you want to do. To get over somebody. A man, woman, man, woman, whatever.
Keep going nowadays.
You have to utilize.
I identify myself as a dog.
You have to.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just playing.
Let's go your baskets when you can. So did you have any plans or goal? Like, so for instance, you know, in complete like exposure, you know what I'm saying? When I had to sit down for my time, I had to come up with a plan and a goal for when I got out. You feel me? What was your plan and your goal for when you got out?
When I got out, my uncle still was taking care of my house. The police officer who arrested me stayed next door.
Really? What the heck?
That'd be the
I can walk past him.
Hey, neighbor! Yeah.
So did you call the police? Or did you,
No. His wife heard it. He was on duty. And he called, when he came home, he arrested me, put handcuffs on me, and he told me in my ear, I never did like you niggas.
Oh,
wow.
The whole ER.
EERR. He said that to me. And you know, before I knew he had something with us because I'm always facilitating something. Always. Am I lying?
Oh, what? Party Central.
Yes. And so when cars would come over, a car may be in front of his house. They're not blocking anything. But he didn't like that.
He was a camera before cameras was out.
Yes.
Darren.
Yeah. And he was happy. Oh, he was.
Oh my God! Oh, you bring a memory.
He up his handcuffs like I'm about to get this bitch. I'm tired of her.
Yeah.
And so this one, when my uncle stayed, after I let my uncle stand there, he used to pull my uncle over all the time for whatever reason. You didn't put your turn signal on. You don't got your seatbelt on or anything like that.
So he would. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would call home and he would tell me. I called home every day. I didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss nothing, so I called him every day.
So what is it like seeing that police officer now?
I don't see him. I don't know whether last. If I see him right now, I would not know who he was. I would not know who he was. This happened in 2006.
That's like seeing the old Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah.
I would throw family reunions.
Right. Oh
I
God.
would throw barbecue family
That's crazy.
reunions.
So, like, how was it, like, when you have visitors? Was it comforting? Like, did you feel like you needed that, the phone calls, and, like, did it help you? Like,
To keep my sanity. Because if not, I think I would have. I was going in there. I had a mind frame going in there humble. But once you in there, that humbleness kind of goes out the way. Because you got to fear for yourself. There's people in there raping people, women raping women raping women, the guards. This is like not on TV.
Have you seen anything like
Yes,
that?
I've seen that with my own eyes in the shower
run us through that story just one time, because I know it's traumatic to see, of the time that like you witnessed something of that magnitude.
I guess it was a very timid white Caucasian. I'm saying Caucasian.
You can say, listen,
It was a white
listen, I don't want to act like we syndicated. You can say where the fuck you want to on here. If I got to cuss, to let y'all know.
It was a cracker ass cracker.
There you go. I know I'm here talking all political, but goddamn, you say what the hell you want to on
It
here.
was in a black
I want the sponsors, not y'all.
So she
She's some ladies.
yeah.
Oh, it was Lady Guard.
Yes.
Oh,
And she wanted some of that.
okay.
She listen. You want to have extra business? Pull your pants in.
Try to woo her into it.
Yeah. You want extra commissary? Let me drop my pants down.
Damn.
Man, listen, I got a cousin, I promise to God. We was playing cards one day at the table, and my cousin had, I don't know, I'm like, cuz, how you got so many bitches here, man? Man, and the table had a cloth on it. So we in the thing with the child room, and we playing casino.
Mm-hmm.
And she jumping. And I'm like, cuz, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, so she jumping. Man, I see that bitch get underneath the table. I was like, where the fuck was you at? And my cousin pulling her pants up. I was like, what the? Cuz, just go down here. She's like, you want something? No!
She might have said one of her hoes at you.
She knew better not to, but she was at, this is case, they say you home for the stay. I
Yeah.
was not no hoe or no slut or no dyke for the stay. No,
Right.
I was not. I was me going in, and I was going
Fuck off.
Hey, this is not no license for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I can't say the same way I went out. It's the same way I went in, the same way I went out.
Mm-hmm.
Except, their food was horrible. All of a sudden, I'm lactose tolerant. Literally, that's how I stopped eating beef and pork.
Mm.
Because of the food that they made.
Yes. So I told them I couldn't eat beef and pork. So I had all of this stuff.
Really? It worked just like that?
Yeah.
It went just like that.
I was eating oatmeal instead of whatever cold cereal they had. And I was eating turkey sausage. Yeah, they had that stuff back there. They ain't gonna tell you they had that stuff back there, but if I can't eat, if I'm allergic to it,
They ain't gonna let you starve.
Yeah.
They gotta feed you something.
So did you ever have like food from like people sent in to you? Or
yeah, you had a box. You had a box. And the box, you had stipulations with it though. Like you can't have unpackaged this, unpackaged that, or so forth and so on. Now the clothes box and the food box was together. The shorts had to be green, and they color code you. Like pink was for one level, like level 3. Orange was for if you on death row, and then green was if you just suicide. They didn't let them out, and it's called population. They didn't let them out of population. Because you gonna kill somebody else, you gonna kill somebody else. So they didn't do that. So they had different levels. So I had to wear green shorts. So my mom knows a seamstress, so she had my shorts tailored. So I was so cute. She go whatever she sent me, it was tailored.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor jail uniforms. I'm just saying that's how it was, and that's my mom. So she was my A1 from day one.
Was there any positive takeaway from prison?
Any positive takeaway?
I mean, you mentioned your diet changing while you was in prison. Was there anything else that was?
Do you have any people that
Agriculture, outside and plants
Okay.
and stuff. Now I can't even put no water in no plant right now. That was something to do to get time over.
Okay, so like.
Stand plants right now. I'm like, Mama, let me get a piece of yours, and you gonna let it die. Just let me get a piece of it. But yeah.
How dare you say the day after 420 to much you don't like plants? But it's my poor to that a joke. All right, so
We still doing buy ride?
yes, we still are.
Well,
Buy ride.
We're gonna single them.
Yeah, exactly.
So how was like? Do you have any friends like that you met
If I walked in and didn't know you, I walked out and didn't know you.
Mm.
I may know your name. I may kick it with you while you was in there. I may act like we was best friends. But let me tell you something, honey. When I left there, I left you.
Mm.
The only one person I know or knew there, I knew her from home. My brother dad. Her name was that.
You can say shout out.
So did y'all go in at the same time?
She went before me on something separate.
Oh.
But I'm not gonna put her business out there, so I'm not gonna say her name. Had I talked to her prior to this, I was like, girl, your name is gonna be all over the car. But no, she's a very close distance friend of mine. We have mutual cousins. We have a mutual cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother, her aunt and my uncle have a baby together, so we have mutual cousins. But I love her to death.
But do you feel like that was a gift from God that you had somebody, that was
It was.
peace at home?
It was. Because when you walking in there, you don't get no toothbrush, you don't get no toothpaste, you don't get no shampoo, you don't get nothing for the first, I don't know, month or a couple of weeks or whatever. And she smuggled me shampoo, toothpaste, food, everything, all the accommodations that I needed.
Mm-hmm.
She gave them to me. Now, it might be one by one, but she made sure I had everything I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Soap, toothpaste, and deodorant was all I really needed.
Yeah.
Because, that's all I really needed. But she did extra, but that's all I really needed. So, I love her for that.
Did you get into any arguments with anybody or fights?
No fights. Because they said that hoe I would have, but Lord have mercy, I'm not going. I said, this is worse than that? Oh, hell no. I was like, you know what? You won. You okay? You won. But you shoot people. That wasn't me. You won. I just sat here and told you, guard, she won this.
Right.
I was not fighting nobody. I don't know what you got. I don't know you. This and then, when somebody tried me, I call home for someone else to be charged. If it's petty theft, let's get into it.
right.
But if you a real killer, you this your third number.
You got it.
Hey girl, you alright?
You want my sandwich?
No.
No.
You want my
Hey, take a point for her right now, Lily. You can take a point. Take a point.
That's not what that happened. I didn't give away nothing. I never did. But I did avoid all.
So listen,
confrontation.
I have a theory, and I've said it on the Legendary People podcast before, right? Where I feel like if a woman can prove she's more masculine and beat the other woman up, then she really lost the fight, because the girl supposed to be dainty, cute out the way. What's your take on women being like like, to me, like the woman who beat the other girl up lost the fight to me? Like, that don't make sense.
It do make sense. I get what you're saying.
So,
Okay, but what if the woman, like, okay, somebody came at her, she minding her business, me, I'm not really knowing what she about, but I stepped at her, and then, we get into it, she ended up whooping myself, she was just defending herself.
No, that means you double wrong, okay? You double wrong for starting a fight, you double wrong for getting your ass whooped too.
Okay, but that's not nothing on her, she just struggled, like, that's not no she lost.
All right.
She was defending herself.
Alright.
If you defend yourself, it's different, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Lost the battle of femininity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then
It wasn't that time.
There you go. Boom.
And by all means, I try not to let that happen.
It's really
But
hard.
so you in
Good
jail.
point. Great.
You were around 5,000 women.
Different personality.
Deborah Brown. You in there with
Betty White.
you in there with
That's the I love you to
all
life.
these different women that's hired. They used to kill on the street for fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask a question.
Here we go.
Deborah Brown with Alton Coleman. You were in with Deborah Brown.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Okay.
For the viewers.
Youngsters may not know.
Yeah. Wait. For the viewers, who is Deborah Brown? You got to fill us in.
She was a
Alton Coleman.
killer.
Oh, Coleman.
Known killer.
Yeah.
What do you mean by known killer?
Serial killer.
She was partnered with Alton Coleman. They had a killer spree.
Oh, that's the one that was where they shot like
You
can look them up.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pull 'em
Okay.
up because this is something I've never heard about.
Yes. It's Dayton history. It's in Dayton history.
The Christmas spree, I think it's 1999.
Yes.
I was in there with those ladies too.
It's called a Christmas killing spree.
The killing, Christmas spree killing.
Yes.
I was in there with those ladies also. But I was never, let me set this on this table right now. I was never scared of anyone. I never feared anyone. And I never wanted anyone to approach me where I had to either defend myself like I know how or to back down because of confrontation. I just walked my walk and talked my talk and kept it moving. It was mostly my friend that was in there. It was mostly her and I. Everybody else, it really didn't matter. If I say hi, I'm gonna say hi. I never gave a chance. I never gave a person a chance to say, "What you got in your play?" No, that's not what happened. That's not. No, I was in my own zone, my own space. I had my own everything. I had my own TV. I had my own anything that you can have in there. I had my own. I didn't need no other bunkie, no other nobody for nothing. Earphone, I had everything. I was accommodated so well by my mom. I didn't need nothing else but get the fuck out. That's it. Get the fuck up out of Marysville. That's all I need to do. I had everything else.
So what did you do? Like I said, you had TV, you watched TV. What else did you do?
I watched TV. And let me tell you something, girl. I had commissary. I ate real good because when I walked out of there, I was like a size 16. How you gonna go in a size 11 come out 16? I look like a. I had to go to. Listen, the day I came out, I went in that size 11. The day I came out was 16. I couldn't fit I had to go to my sister, who was Napoleon's. I had to go to my sister to get an outfit to go to Napoleon's. Like, girl, you can't fit that. I was like, well, I can fit. Yes, I have to wear my sister's outfit to go to Napoleon.
Did you feel yourself like in a way where you knew?
Yeah, can you say what? Can I feel it? Don't you feel when your stomach or your breast you can feel a little.
I'm feeling my stomach right now.
You can feel when I said from 11 to 16. You can't feel that? Okay. It ain't one from 11 to 13 and maybe you can up and down, dump pants on. Yeah, you can. No, this is from 11 to 16. That was, you know how many pants lines and weight lines I did? I was eating good, though. I was eating good. I didn't eat at the
Child.
No. I had, we had microwaves, and let me tell you something. The best rib is that tuna wrap.
So you can still make a good tuna wrap.
I can still get, yes, I can.
She's talking about tuna wraps like y'all talking about brains. I don't know now.
The brain, tuna wrap, the brain. Oh, and let me tell you how not as smart. I'm not going to use the word ignorant. How not as smart I was. They had something called summer sausage. So when they got winter, they still had summer sausage. I'm like, so is this any good? I had no idea that that's the name of the sausage.
You was waiting on the winter sausage.
Yes. I'm like, yes.
Like, this what it is.
I need some spring sausage, please.
Yes. So I'm thinking, each season it has
different food.
Cause I got the summer sauce all through summer. You cut them up,
Yep.
put them in. Yeah, you wrap them up. So I'm like, okay, where's the other sausage? They're like, yeah, it's the same sausage you got last month. I'm like, nah, it's cold outside now. I don't want that. Where's the colder sausage? But yeah. But I tried to go back to cosmetology school there, and they was like, well, you already got your license. I'm like, I just want to do something else.
Yeah.
Something to bypass my time.
So you just did TV. You just like kept the
So you spoke about coming home and you going to Napoleon's. Was that the first celebration, or did you get the same celebration that us niggas get when we first come home?
And what is it?
Man, listen, man. Like the mayor come out, shake your hand.
Okay,
they put some money in your pocket. They give you a car. They set you all the way up.
I got home on December.
Not lie. That's false.
Which is my grandmother's birthday.
Okay.
Did no one know I was coming home but my mom? My mom is the only one who knew I was coming home.
Oh, so
Right.
surprised there.
Okay.
So she picked me up, and my grandma stayed on Clement. She picked me up, and my little cousin, she's short,
Mm-hmm.
but she hugged me, cause she. Let me.
Yeah, we're both.
Run it back. Run
Let
that.
me back. Now, when I went in, I had two dogs. I had a miniature pincher and a toy poodle. So one of my aunt took the miniature pincher, and my grandma took the toy poodle. So when I went in, my toy poodle looked at me, and he was looking. Now I've been gone 410 days.
Right.
So he looked at me. He was looking. So he went out there. So I'm like, hey everybody. So I'm wondering why he ain't kind of
Coming to you.
So then my poodle, he all, I'm like, okay, well just kiss me right there then. Yeah. So he eventually came through, but my cousin, no, I didn't have one of y'all parties. Everybody goes home. My cousin, she's shorter than I am, but she is strong as a fucking diesel.
Yeah. Sure people.
Her name is Miss B. Her name is Dowan and Miss B. But that she hugged me so fucking strong, and she was on the phone, and she just looked so, she was angry, like, you home. I'm like, yeah, ouch. Her bands wasn't all that good. But I'm like, yeah. So she was just so hyped though, and so I'm like, yeah. So when I walked through the living room, hi, I'm glad you came home, and I waited, and I was like, I don't know. And I just bust down crying.
Oh.
When I say there was a fucking waterfall, the Miami River was coming down my damn face and would not stop. Yeah, it was
really, you pushed
it
through.
was. Because it was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I'm like, but you know what? A lot of people say, why you didn't tell me you was going to jail? Because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed because me, Dowan, Wan, everybody know that it's not violent.
Yeah.
It's for fucking Marysville.
Yeah.
Why
I
am I
wasn't supposed to
going-
be in
why
there in
am
the
I going
first
to-
place.
I was so embarrassed. And people still to this day like, why you didn't tell me? I would have had your back. And I'm like, yeah, but I got my mom and my dad and my sisters, but I would have had your back. They wouldn't have to do nothing. These are niggas saying this now, right? They wouldn't have did nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
They wouldn't have did nothing.
The only person that was there, like I said, was Craig Woods. When he took care of my car note, I had just got a car. He took my whole car note. When I got home, I hadn't had nothing. My mom had already got me an apartment somewhere, a 2-bedroom apartment out. I don't want to see nobody.
Yeah.
And I had money back. I had money saved up, so I didn't have to work for a while. So I was just sitting, hibernating, pushing all through. But yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
But it built something in you.
It did.
It sounded like you had a lot of support. So
I did.
You said you had everything. You knew what you had to do. You got time to get out, and you came home, and you made it. You made it.
So I got
And if it weren't for my mother, I wouldn't have made it.
We got a question.
So do you take this and be like a mentor with this? Like, what do you do now that because like you mentoring a lot right now, like somebody watching this might be crying right now or just really learning from this, like do you like go out and mentor or just tell your story more?
I have not. I would like to because at that age women need to be aware of their surroundings. And when I say surroundings, not only looking behind their ears and who's following them, looking over here and who's living at the club, they need to be aware of their surroundings of who's living in bed next to them.
That's cold.
And that was, I did not pay attention because you laying next to me, I felt safe with you. But you laying next to me, sit me in prison. You sit me in prison, not verbally or mentally. Your actions sit me to prison. Because had you not came on my house drunk, wanting the goddamn TV that's 99 inches long, and one thinking I was gonna help you get it out of there, and then go pull your gun because you gonna make me, you ain't gonna make me do a damn thing. So yeah, you have to pay attention, and I would. This was back in 2006. I don't care if this was a lady 99 years old. I would say you have to pay attention to your inner self. People think they pay attention to their inner self, but they do not. The gut feeling is a gut feeling. I mean, you have a gut feeling whether you're pregnant or you're sick. I mean, that's just a gut feeling. You have that. But until you be in tune with yourself, you can't be in tune with the person that next to you.
For our viewers, how would you express for people to know who they're sleeping with, or who is next to them?
What do they call it now? Red flags?
Red flag.
I will now, I'm not currently dating anyone, but when I was, the red flags for me was raising the voice. You can have a conversation, either a debate or an argument without raising your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You can be so pissed off, angry as hell, like somebody that killed your mama. You don't have to raise your voice. To me, it's all about how you. You can say whatever you want to say. I can say fuck you, but it's my tone that I'm telling you fuck you. It's all about delivery.
Yeah, I can't be with someone who can't articulate their sentences. Like they get so caught up into just, I guess, their emotions.
Emotions is a bad MF, and you cannot control your emotions. I don't care. You can control your emotions because at the end of the day, you are control. You control you.
Yeah.
So you control your emotions. Sometimes your emotions get away from you.
They do.
Even when you're dating somebody new, and you love him, but he ain't calling me back, so let me text him this. And he ain't calling me back. Well, he taking too long, so let me text him this.
Emotions take over you.
So your emotions will fuck your life up. Emotions will, no, literally. Emotions will fuck a person's life up. You cannot go on emotions. You cannot. Emotions will have you killing everybody you don't like.
People like, it's just a vibe. You need more than just a vibe.
Yeah.
So you cannot go off your emotions. It's not fair to you or to the other person. That's why you're not, whomever it may be, you and her, or me and you, or me and him, or me and whatever, you have to pay attention to your emotions. And when it gets to a certain level, you have to know your emotions. You have to know, first of all, you have to know yourself.
Yeah.
You have to know what you can tolerate and what you can't tolerate.
It's like saying, well, me and you are just now talking, and I'm saying you're my boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, and you saying me and you just talking. Like,
now your emotions is all
getting the
like,
best.
I thought we was we was a man and woman. We was a couple.
Well, I never agreed
and
to
that's
that.
what your emotions get us.
Yeah.
So you always have to be on the same page with someone, because if you don't, it's not gonna work. You have to be on the same page.
Well, we got a question back.
Okay, I'll probably take you back a little bit, but during that process, if I was in this situation, this probably be me. Do you ever think like, yes, I had to go to prison, I didn't like it, nothing at all, but it's better than if it could have went the other way?
The significant other in prison.
Like if he
No,
was shot you.
if he would shot you, or you could have been,
I got your conversation.
If he would have shot me and he would have went to prison,
or it could have been, or it could have went some other way. Like if you didn't fight and you just let him do what he did, and I don't know what he would have done, but he was a drunk. You look at that like it's better than me being in prison or being dead, no matter.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to say don't take this in the wrong way, because what I'm about to tell you, I'm going to mean every word of it. I was in that position, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was the active shooter.
Mm-hmm.
If a another man try to put his hands on me, I'm going to be the
active shooter again.
I'm not going to let anyone, because I'm such a fighter in more ways than one. Not even like physical, I'm just such a fighter mentally. You know, I'm not going to, I'm going to fight for what I believe that's right. Now, what I believe is right may not be what she believes is right, but what I believe is right, at that time, I'm going to fight for Dowan. I'm going to fight for Mama. And that's all that matters. So would I do that situation again? Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
So you got Joseph Petaway saying, love to the legendary OG player Wine.
Hey, Joseph.
You got Frank Johnson saying, Don, your boy, EQ, Iron Johnson, Dayton, Ohio.
What's going on, right?
Yeah, it was good, bro. So, so like, since she already asked you like a question about, you know what I'm saying, do you regret that? If you could go back in the time machine, and we're taking legendary donations for it. We're going to build an actual time machine, right? You know, whenever you want to donate, you just holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? So if you could go back after we build a time machine and go back at one point in your life, where would you go and what would you say to yourself?
That's a good question. That nigga was too goddamn short. I knew she was doing dating thing.
He's too short?
He was too damn short for me.
Oh, Short Man Complex played a little role in this.
I kind of like short men for some. I like them short but strong.
Yeah.
Strong.
Strong. I do. Like, if they, okay, I'm like 5'4" and a half.
Yolanda Frost checking in. Hey, daughter. Hearts.
Hey, Yolanda. I'm like 5'4" and 3/4. But he gotta be at least 5'4" and a little quarters. But a little quarters. At least a little quarters. Yeah, I don't want to be like, hey baby. Right. At least eye to eye, I can be like, right. Let my eyes go a little bit.
You know, I might have to date me a short man because they'll be the ones who be getting skipped over.
Oh, look at you being a humanitarian dater.
I wouldn't say skipped over.
Ain't she coming off package?
You know who I think gets skipped over? Is the quiet man.
They do. They do.
And I think I'm in love with a quiet man.
I think I am too.
Oh, besties? She so unless you was knocked into them backdrop. Girl, you.
Calm down,
Baby, I know you watching. Yeah.
baby, I know you watching. I'm in love with a short man. I know you watching, baby.
Okay, how did you and the quiet man connect?
Me and who?
The quiet man connect.
Here you go. How you bag somebody that's quiet? Yeah. How you bag somebody that's quiet?
Okay. Okay, so we know each other, and we talked about this like 2 or 3 times. So we know it's his cousin. Is one of my best friends.
Okay.
Now I don't talk to her dad. I don't see her every day, but she's my best friend. She
Mutual
knows.
friends.
Yes, there. So she gets introduced us somewhere or another, and I'm thinking this is like 10 years ago. I think it was longer, maybe 10 years ago. And so I'm like, he's cute, he's short. I think I'm too fast for him. Not fast as being a hoe or nothing. I'm just too
adventurous.
Yes, I am adventurous.
Look.
I'm too adventurous for this nigga. That's what it is. And had I had that mind frame now that I haven't had then, I was like, oh baby, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
But then I was like, you want to go shoot pool? No. You don't want to? No. We can't? No. And so I think someone told me I was spoiled before. Everybody. Someone over here, man.
I hate that.
I don't think because you want to go.
Y'all know our interaction, so don't just, no, she is spoiled.
People spoiled.
No, she is spoiled. No.
Like a homebody, like
what?
Doesn't want to.
No. So let me clarify. So you threw salt on my name. Let me clarify, okay? So I've known Dowan for what? This is, well, my daughter was 2, so it got to be 5 years.
5? Okay.
5 years. And Dowan, when I was at the place that we're not going to name, she did this thing that was like literally one of the most dopest things ever for a whole organization. Like, I would come in to work in a very bad mood, and there was other people there as well, even though we was getting paid nicely. She did these things every single morning where she would write out these very, very nice notes, and it'd be like words of encouragement, or there was just these little things that she just did herself. Like, nobody asked her to do this, nobody else did it while she was there. She became like irreplaceable. You know what I mean? And like, I gravitate towards that instantly because, like I said, I'm a very positive. Y'all know me. I'm positive feeling all the time, but I'm not all the time. Like, she see me every day because we work the same place, like in the same place. So it's like, and we in there in a place where it's predominantly the YTSs, you feel me? The whites, you feel me? Look, hood niggas, YWTS, the whites. Yeah, you got that. But anyway, but really, it's like she was like that light in a dark place for a lot of people, and I seen her literally go in a place where people was like, you know, apprehensive about blacks being that type of way, to just completely loving Wan, like completely. I'm talking about the most overall wearing, straw in their mouth, would just be head over heels over Wan. Like, they'd be thinking Wan would just somehow just look dark skinned. She white somewhere on her. Like, they loved her. She literally go and literally like that's what she truly is. So just getting to the butterfly effect about it is, you know, I didn't know that about you. Like details like that. I come from a story background as well, and I think, man, you connected before we get a chance to have that conversation, because I have a similar past. You know what I'm saying? I shot somebody as well. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a fact of me doing it because I'm trying to be macho. I wasn't me trying to be cool. It wasn't none of that type of shit. It was either me or them at that point in time, and that was the fuck shows I took. You feel me? I was a person that wasn't in no trouble up to that point. So me and her kind of connected on so many different levels, but to see who she truly is in her element, you got to see her around her family, man. Her family is Wan. Like, you go to her house, it's everybody there. It's cars, it's food, it's vibes, everything. Like, she is irreplaceable in so many people's lives. So it kills me to see she was gone for so long, and to come back in to be that wheel in the middle that's powering all these different people. Because like I said, it been times I was there. I remember when I caught my little charge or whatever, and Wan came out to pick me up. I got a whole brand new car, so I couldn't even wait. I couldn't drive my own car, okay? She came out there to get me and then brought me back home like her fucking child. You know what I'm saying? And then that, yeah. And that goes into her character, and then like it shows that even though she saw her friend who looked out for her when she couldn't drive her car, to come look out for her friend when I couldn't drive mine. That shows her true character. Like that's some shit that people don't know about her. She don't brag and boast. She not a person posting every time. Wan, you like are one of the dopest people I've ever met in my life. Like, for real. I love you, Wan.
I love you back. Until you talk about red.
Red. Oh my God. All right. So red and blue are these two. Is her mom? Is her and her mom's dog? They look identical, but not to them, right? But to the average person watching, bro, they look as alike. The only you can tell difference. The only tell the difference is their collars. One is red and one is blue. That's why name's red and blue. So she be like, come on, red. So I used to always make fun of them, but I end up loving them dogs. So I'm a cat person for real, but I love the hell out of her dogs, especially, you know what I'm saying? Was it Onyx? Onyx was my dog, man, like for real. So.
I had to cuss him out before.
Oh my.
I gave him. You want to talk about that? Talk about that.
All right. So we're gonna say that for the next podcast. No, all right, okay. So, all right, look.
And he said
this is when I realized.
I don't have any kids.
All right,
He said
okay.
This to say how much I care about. What I care about.
This is when I realized that, you know what I'm saying, her dogs ain't dogs to her. You know what I'm saying? So like, I done brought my kids over there and stuff like that and everything like that, and they treated my kids like royalty. It ain't been no hiccup and none of that. So one day we over there drinking, having a good ass time, and I like joking like chase a dog, cause like I grew up where we always chase the dogs. Like it was like we got a whole backyard, we chase the dogs around, do some stuff. But when I did that to her dog, listen here, I wasn't no longer her friend that day. Like she cussed me the hell out, and I was like, I'm sorry, I apologize. cool, never happened again, and it never happened again. But you know what I mean. But like that goes into what she said before. Like we should be able to have disagreements, and somebody still be respectful. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she's still respectful, but she cussed me the fuck out though.
I did. And so what we doing with a hot dog?
Yep. Yeah. It was back low. Like it was right back to it.
It was like a 17-minute verbal cussing out.
It was 17 minutes of that, and then 17 minutes of karaoke afterwards. So.
I'll be chasing my dog, but if you want a shot, I got you.
Yeah. That's my dog.
So we talk about your first love, which is your, you know what I'm saying, your children.
Yes.
Who do you love more, your children or Dallas Cowboys? Let's go right now. You got to choose between Dallas Cowboys getting a championship. Now I got her. You got to choose between Dallas Cowboys getting a championship or your dogs.
You said what was it?
Well, you got to choose between Dallas Cowboys finally getting a championship again.
Finally,
Get mine off. I ain't need no camera.
We have some. Okay.
All right. So, would you choose between still having your puppies and your loved ones, or for your Dallas Cowboys to win a championship this year?
That is so unfair question.
Okay, I got cussed out over there. Go ahead. No. She got a whole room dedicated to nothing but Dallas Cowboys. You can't even walk in there, by the way.
I do.
What you be doing in there?
Where did this love come from?
This is Dallas Cowboys room.
Look at Yolanda said, not fair, laugh out loud. Yolanda, yeah.
Where did this love come from?
Okay, so my Dallas Cowboy room, I got this big old Dallas Cowboy. It's the whole room Dallas Cowboy, the whole room.
It'll make Jesus jealous.
First of all,
you got to choose between having your dog still or Dallas Cowboys winning the championship.
How about I have my dogs until we get to the Super Bowl? And then we know we're winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where did this love for the Texas, the Dallas Cowboys come from?
There you go.
You said what?
Where did this love?
Yolanda Frost said, Cowboys up.
Hey, star status. Okay, let's something else. Okay.
So where did the love for Dallas Cowboys come from?
Okay, well, it's been years and years and years and years ago. I was dating this guy, and that's all he watched. We had one TV at the time, so all he watched was Dallas Cowboys. And I'm in the kitchen cooking, sweating. You want how much you want in your quarter shin? I'm just sweating. And so I trained myself to sit there and watch it. And I'm like, holy shit. And so my thing is, I didn't know what none of the plays was. So I'm like, what they just do? And what happened? Because it got interesting to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what happened?
They just lost. That would just happen.
But see, Blue went out.
No, you better.
But blue has always been my favorite color.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm like, you know what? After watching this for so long and not having to watch it, but after watching it for so long, I mean, I just
It applied to your life.
I knew the players, I knew the runs, I knew this, and I knew that, and so I just became to increasingly like Dallas Cowboys. So now I'm in the Dallas Cowboys group, star status.
There you go.
And she is, yeah. And I love them.
Do you go to games?
I do. I try to do everything I can with them. Some things sometimes time don't prevail that.
So before we close up, I heard you're a bit adventurous. So you told us about a story about motorcycles and.
Yeah.
I
ride motorcycles.
Did you see all the motorcycles down the street, like literally?
I did, and I was told my friend we came up like, you know what, they would have been good. They ride motorcycles. He's like, but you was coming up here, so I didn't know. I said I could have put a helmet on and came up here and still rode it.
Right.
I would have rolled the helmet and put the helmet right here, like, yup. Yup. Yeah. Yeah, baby, right here on the motorcycle. You heard. But I went right. I went. Oh, what?
Oh my God! What they choosing on the podcast today? She like, oh girl, you done did time. That's type of niggas I like. That's what you like.
We went bike riding yesterday. He took me to look at one of his friends' bike. It's called a Boulevard, and it was a nice bike.
Okay.
Now, the bike I am normally used to ride is like a 600, 750. This bike is a 900.
Okay.
When I got on and I strutted, I said, "Oh yeah, mama gonna come to you, daddy. Mama gonna come to you, daddy." So yeah, I do like to ride bikes. I like to ride motorcycles. I like to ride mountain bikes through all of the city of Dayton. I done been through the city of Dayton where no one has ever been on a mountain bike.
There you go.
I can. You have to be. You listen. Let me tell you this. I will take you. But you have to be mentally, physically prepared for this journey. Because you never listen. You never know when you're going to come back. Like you might be out so far. Sometimes you have to call a ride. You might get a flat. So you have to make sure you have the tools to fix the flat. It's very you never know. Like I went kayaking, and I thought I was at another river. I was at Mad River, and Mad River runs from Middletown all the way to freaking everywhere, all that way. So I was on Mad River, and I was there for like 5 or 6 hours. Like I thought that the path was to the right and we had to get off. No. So when we see somebody, I'm like, how long is this fucking river? They're like, oh, you going to Springfield? I'm like, Springfield? What the hell?
That took a wrong turn.
So it ended up raining. We ended up getting off, and we ended up getting off, and his dad ended up transporting me across town to my vehicle, and it was a mess. But I'm down for whatever. I'm on a bungee jump. I'm on a fly out of airplane.
You know a good place out here to horseback ride?
Huh?
You know a good place out here to horseback ride? No.
It's in Huber Heights.
Huber Heights.
Yes. And Troy.
Huh?
Don't be trying to take my lady over.
I don't know.
She done claimed you. Mama, she done claimed you.
Who, me? Oh, shit, baby. I didn't know who she was talking about. Listen, I'm down for whatever. Whatever it is,
Look.
I'm down. Yes, I've been skiing.
So wait.
I want to jump on airplanes.
Are the Queen's Conversation invited to your very next house party? Because, I mean, you'll
know
we gonna show
what?
up.
I'm going to say yes.
You like the drink?
Listen. May, June, July. I'm going to say maybe the 4th.
Okay, yeah.
Because I have to have another back surgery. My second one.
Okay.
Which is more than just my first one. So then I'll bring it up. So I will say the 4th of July.
Okay. Y'all just sent your friend request. So
And let
Here we
me
go.
tell y'all something. It's so, listen, when you get over there.
Do you realize you on camera, Destiny?
I don't even want to know.
I didn't want you to just.
She can watch it later and be like, oh wow.
I need to drink to that.
There you go.
Listen, when you guys come over, and if you get too many of these kind of cups,
Yeah.
That's the plan.
that means you have a pillowcase, and
Yeah.
some linen downstairs.
Yes.
In the basement, I got a 4-bedroom.
Man, we gotta wait till the 4th. Yeah.
I mean, hey, when they listen. He got to say, hey, want to Taco Tuesday? I said, yeah, but it's Friday. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah. Swear.
Listen, I'm a facilitator. Anything goes. If you want to have some food, I'm gonna say, hey, it's open.
Right.
My kitchen's always open.
Always open.
Tacos and tequila tonight.
Listen, come on, let's get it.
We gonna do this tonight.
In my mind,
She is not. Y'all saying that. Y'all saying that not knowing she really got everything at the crib already.
tell him about me then.
I swear, like, okay, so let's talk about Thanksgiving. We can talk about every Sunday the football game on. We can talk about every big major event. Like, just go to Wawa House. It's gonna be lit. Like every time. Swear.
And
she want a personal invite.
Hold on, I don't have a whole lot of people over. It's mainly family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I may invite my friend Kesey Spears over. I call her sister.
Kesey.
You know Kesey.
Yeah, I love Kesey.
My best friend Walt Turner, he's coming, always and forever.
Or Destiny.
We don't know.
And Destiny.
We don't invite Didi over here.
She think I your nickname.
You know some people in Chicago?
I do.
We know lost cousins. There we go.
They don't come to P.D.S.
Peaches. There you go.
Peaches from Chicago. You invite her to Peaches? Come on, girl.
Okay, what's her name? Everybody else got a nickname. What's her name?
What's your name?
Jayshana.
JJ!
Oh my.
Come on.
For sure.
Come on. You are everybody invited.
So, is there one last thing you want to say before we leave out that you can say to, like a young girl that come across this video, to see you out here with such a positive position after being, like, to me, on the wrong side of justice, because to me that was you defending yourself. And I think, if other, like, for instance, like, this is my reason why I'm a big advocate for Angelina Jackson, because we brought her on the platform and got you to talk to her, and the other person is from Oakwood. Her dad was always a judge, so they come from a judge background. Angelina Jackson is actually, she's actually comes from being a public defender, so she's been a person that's been on the other side defending people that was in certain circumstances as well. So to me, I feel like, it'd be a good time for you to speak to someone, like the younger version of yourself right now.
I would advise anyone that has been through what I've been through and not having that background, first I would advise them to pray. Because you can't, and everybody don't pray, I get it. If you are the prayer, you have to pray for what you want. You have to work hard on what you want. You want that. This is my goddaughter. She probably watching.
Yeah, she probably.
Is Donnie still there?
She didn't comment, but I think she
did.
Nah, she didn't comment. I think she was.
Hold on.
She like, girl, don't you know this live?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Hello, hey, Bonnie. Pumpkin.
That's my mom.
Hello.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
And she must have butt died. But anyway,
I think it's still a little stuck on there.
I think that women my age who have endured the things that I have should focus on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that time I was not focused on myself. I was focused on the man. He got the money, he got the clothes in the car, he got everything, but then he didn't have his own goddamn house. What my mind frame, I can pick you up, but I'm telling you, why you gotta always come over here? Why can't I come over here?
But I just want to say, not to cut you off, but that's still the same thing that's still occurring today. A lot of people flashy with the clothes.
That is just so, that's so beyond me right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46. I want to date someone older than me who has stability, who know what they want. If you 40, you should know what you want over 30, but it does not always happen. So I'm gonna say 40. You should know what you want over 40, but that's for men and women. That does not always happen. So maybe we go edging up enough to 50. Now if you, that's half your life. Okay. Now if you don't know what you want at 50 and over, you have a problem. You have some soul searching to do. Because that's dangerous for you and whoever's around you. That's dangerous. You should know what you want, how you want, or you should already have it. Because if you don't have it, then what do you have?
How you gonna get it if you ain't got it by now?
And what are you doing?
Now, for you to say that, it's not too late to get something. It's not too late.
But you said half your life, right? 50 years old.
It's still not too late.
It's never too late. It's never too late. But at the same time,
Everybody turn different. Everybody lane.
It is.
You know,
and
gotta
they
set
say women
certain
grow faster than men. But then there's some men
who grow faster than men.
Because a damn 33-year-old talked my ears off, like, baby, I got this. I said, baby, I don't have no babies. You know what I'm saying? And if you 33, I don't have no babies.
But everyone sets a standard for this thing.
And you have to. And you have to go out to, you have to go out for what you want. You have to make first, this is my theory, we're wrapping this is my theory. You have to make a path. Okay? There's that path. Now, let's say a tree. There's that big old branch. That big old tree. Right? Then you have different branches that stick out. Now some of them come back to their root. You know, you ever seen trees that fall back down to their root? You always have to know where your root is. Because if you need to start over, you can start over.
So
you can cut that branch off, but you still got to start root. But you got to start root. Figure your way up. So when you branch out, you branching the fuck out and you balling.
That's a bar, because that's a branch in a tree. All right, now listen.
I got a question. How do you branch it to go, improve? You know how people get turned around?
You got plants at your house?
I need one so I can, try.
Motivation.
There you
got
go.
fingers. Now ask that question again.
How do you know when to start over? It's not go back.
Okay, so put your thumb down. Okay, that's one man. Is that what you're talking about, or what you're talking about?
In general.
No, I needed something that you really want to talk about.
Okay.
Nail it down.
Do the man.
I'm not a big man. I'm going to say career. My gift.
Your gift to, okay, that's it. Your gift to whatever, right? So you said not to double back to that, right? That's your gift right there. That's what you're born for. This is your gift right here, right? Now put your middle finger down. And what's that for?
Oh, we going by each one that I
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Okay. What's the next one for? I'm going to say a partner.
A partner. Okay. Now put your pinky down. It's hard, ain't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Put your pinky down. Don't hold nothing. Don't hold nothing. Put your pinky down. Put your pinky down.
It can't stay.
Put your pinky.
It won't go without the other one. I got to hold it.
You know what that means? It's your way finger. It's your way. It's your ready finger, right? You ain't ready.
Wait, hold on.
Wow.
You're not ready. No. You're not ready.
Mine went down. What the heck?
Oh, I mean, you ready.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why ain't you ready, JJ?
What am I ready
Wow.
It's not something that you should have to think about.
Oh, hell no.
It's not something because if you're ready, you're ready.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Get ready.
I am not. What?
So the viral question of the day is on the screen, guys. How do you guys feel about this recent news of Trey Songz, Trigger Trey?
I should have met me.
Trigger Trey, woman demands nearly $5 million from Trey Songz for allegedly groping her breast on camera. How much do y'all want if Trey Songz grabbed y'all titties right now?
If I didn't like it,
More.
if I didn't like it, I your whole bank account.
Weird that he did something like
I've heard he's a weirdo.
If I didn't like it, I want your whole bank account.
Come here, weirdo. Cause I need that money. You can grab my titties.
If I didn't like it, I want your whole bank account. I wanted to destroy
So
it.
what did I say again? Trey Songz. Woman demands $5 million from Trey Songz for allegedly groping her breast on camera.
So is it breasts or is it breasts?
Breast,
They was
plural.
finna take a picture. I seen the video. They was finna take a picture.
Okay, there you go.
And he's standing next to her like she getting the camera to her people or whatever. She just standing there. Finna take a picture behind her. I was like, woo, titty. She like, okay, just let's take this picture. Like she didn't like it, but she
So he grabbed her.
No, he took her titty out the
What?
bikini.
Oh nah.
He took her titty out the bikini.
Nah.
Like let's take a picture. Her people getting ready to take the picture. She's standing there, not even paying attention to Trey Songz on the side. He just come out and do that.
$5 million, that's like $5.
That's what I'm saying. I want his whole bank account.
Yeah,
But I don't know what he worked on.
Being greedy is not going to satisfy.
No, I want your career to go. Well, this would satisfy me. Your career going down because you shouldn't have did that shit. Like,
Darcel Morris says hi, Dowan.
That's my auntie. That's PG.
Oh, hey PG. Hey. Yeah. She like, I don't know who this is 'cause I'm not on camera, but it's Peanut.
Tell her Curtis. You know you ain't Curtis.
Oh, man, you gonna put that on. Curtis is here, guys.
And don't
Take the point.
Kurt.
I know.
Okay.
but yeah, I want his whole career. To go down.
Oh,
Plus the money.
they should have never put that into the air.
That's Destiny got 100 names, okay? Her name is Destiny, Justice. Well, all these different names.
Justine, Jessica, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever day of the week is, it don't matter.
Dee.
Okay, so right today.
There you go.
Podcast up. What is something you guys learned this week?
I learned how to because I have been trying to control my feelings for such a long time. I know how to keep my motherfucking mouth closed sometimes.
What?
And I do. And that's hard for me.
That'd
Because
be a
I'm very vocal.
Yes, she
I'm
is.
very honest. I'm very outspoken. I need to keep my mouth closed sometimes. Because when I speak, I don't care who I'm cutting. I don't care who I'm cutting. With a razor blade. Okay? And then I feel bad. So I need to be more humble and I need to be more humble and more aware of whom I'm talking to first, how I'm talking to them second, and my delivery when I say the shit I got to say to you. I need to know how I need to focus on how it's going to come out. Third. Because the words I say to people, and I'm not that person. I am that person, but I'm not that person. You don't try to be. I don't. I am the kindest person in the whole
What's your sign?
Uh-oh.
I am a Virgo. I am a Virgo.
Oh, I don't know. I don't got
My
no
sister told me to be the delivery, like, you know, you can tell me some shit without raising your voice at me, like you were stating earlier. Like, it might be the delivery sometimes. Even though I don't mean to hurt your feelings, this is some true shit I gotta tell you real quick, just to get off my chest, because if we don't touch base right now, we won't ever get it right in the future. So I gotta let this be known right here, right now.
Okay, before we leave, I know before we left like 5 minutes ago, I want to say this, like, honestly. If I hurt your feelings, I'm not going to be worried about, let me say this first. I had to grow to learn myself to say what I'm going to say to you or to you, whomever. If you hurt my feelings, I don't want to retaliate with hurting your feelings, which most people do.
You said for tat.
And you may do that unconsciously.
Yeah.
I want to be aware of how I hurt your feelings. Therefore, I'm going to take what you taught me on hurting your feelings to this person. Not you, girl, because you all over the place right now.
Oh.
I love you. But yeah, I wouldn't take that nowhere else. I'm going to take each individual is different. So therefore, if I hurt your feelings by saying, I don't like the way you wear your makeup, or just abroad, and then so you don't wear my makeup, well, I like the way you wear your hair. Tick the tack. Girl, I got a whole man over there.
I gotta show them. Oh.
But yes, and she needs healing too.
Oh.
We all do.
Ain't nobody gonna talk crazy when you call me. You hear?
Hey.
What's something you learned this week?
Something I learned this week, I learned how to, I was gonna say some, kind of cliche stuff, like just be patient. I said that last week.
You can say it again because each week is different. I wasn't here last week, but each week you have to be patient because you have to be patient each situation, not each day. You have to be patient. You have to have passion on whatever you do. You have to have passion on it and have patience.
There we go. I done learned a new lesson right here, right now. I gotta be passionate about what I do because sometimes I lack enthusiasm and the things that I do throughout the day or throughout the week, and you know, I just gotta be passionate about the things that I am passionate about because I be lacking the passionate part of.
Being passionate? Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard passionate used so many times in one passionate You know what? That was a passionate answer.
What's yours? What did you learn?
Well, I learned how many times you can use passion in one sentence. I just learned that right now. Seriously, I just left the meeting with Maha Selassie and the other members of the Northwest Dayton initiative. And I really realized that they really need our help when it comes to our direction. 'Cause a lot of times they have these money and these funding and these different opportunities for us. We just don't check in with them to even find out direction of what they actually need. So a lot of times you'll have them talking or focusing on one group of things, such as they'll be focusing on, we need programs for youth. And then you have a program that's designed for, like a neighborhood cleanup. And I'm like, well, you should have a program for the kids cleaning the neighborhood and pay them. You know what I mean? They just need somebody to say it. It's like they be so scatterbrained sometimes, and that's something I learned today. And that's something I'm going to take as my personal mission. It's also a promise I made to my grandmother is I'll be active in the community. So that's one thing that I've learned.
What about you, Miss Divine?
For me, this week I learned basically like starting over with everything. Like you said, go back to the root. I've been listening to my gut feeling with everything that I've been doing, just trying to elevate and get in my own spirit and just be in my own little world and just grow.
Are you spiritual?
I'm trying to be.
Let me tell you something. These beads, all these beads mean something different. And I don't put these all at the same time. Everything has its purpose. Everything has its purpose. So whatever I'm feeling that day or whatever I want to achieve or come, I put this place. You don't have to be special to do that, but I really believe in that.
Where do you get them from?
I got these particular beads from Yellow Springs. 2 different places in Yellow Springs.
We can go together and go get them.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, what he said was like,
when you
yo.
go get some more, I'm gonna go with you.
And you ever heard of the sage?
Yeah, burning
To get the demons out. So my friend came over one night.
I be scared to light mine in my house because I may not be able to get back in it.
We're going as friends. I'm her cousin.
A friend of mine came over, and he's never been on my house before. And they said you have to swallow them out. You open the back window, you have them stand there, and you take the sage, and you say whatever you want to say.
I'm not a kick y'all.
Whatever you want to say, and you have them all over their body. Because if they have any bad energy in them, then it will leave out. So you have to leave one window open. So when you do that, all that negative energy, if and when they had it on them, it will go out the window.
There we go.
Yeah. I did my friend like that. He probably thought I was crazy.
Well, this was a great one.
Thank you for tuning in to Queen's Conversation with Dowan.
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
AKA
Wow.
Which is my first lady. Everybody know who rapper Wan is. I used to rap.
I want to sing. Go check it out.
Spit something. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Carrie Ivory. And I'm sorry. And Bird. Lord, I'm just with old school. Oh, Lord. Oh, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Going back to the first days when I first met you, I'm looking at my lady and I gotta bless you because you came in my life and it's a blessing because I ain't even teach you no lessons. It's like a blessing. Ooh.
Oh! Yo! You get a point. You got your point back. You got your point back.
Open the gates, let them swing. Jackets heaven like weights when I begin to do my thing.
Oh! Let's go!
I ain't gonna do it.
This is my favorite episode.
I ain't gonna do it. But I got skills.
All right.
There was a place before.
All right.
Mr. Paul, take us out.
Episode of the Queen's Conversation will be back next Thursday at 8:30ish. Thank you. And